The red light is on and we are moving. This is Ed over here on Mixtapes and Mistakes. We're doing a commentary on the praise and worship playlist that we've put together. As per usual, feel free to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. If you like that playlist, please share it around because I think it's a really good playlist. So these are songs about faith, and there are songs explicitly having to do with praise and worship services. So in the beginning of a lot of I've been going to, well, I can't say I've been going to because we don't do that right now with the CV. I've been listening in on a friend of mine's local church, and what I had noticed was they do this thing before church services where they have like a whole full band and they come out and do these amazing songs that get you really excited for the sermon, and they do a good job of where the songs fit the sermon that's happening later. For me, my experience hasn't been that when it comes to going to church. My experience has always been you sing out of the hymn book, and it's you singing. You may not be a good singer. The person next to you might not be a good singer, but you're trying really hard to sing. And sometimes if you don't know the words, you just mouth it, doing the thing. And so it's for me, going to church for a whole bunch of reasons has been a really not fun experience. It was always a situation where I was, as a kid, I dreaded going to church a lot of times because I did not want to go. Some people closer to me will know a lot more of this story. I'm abridging that story for a whole bunch of reasons. I don't want to be as honest this take as I was last take. I might drop that last take later. Maybe. But I want to actually focus on these songs. So, as per usual, I had a song that I wanted to build a playlist around, and for me, that song was Waymaker. I love the chorus of that song. It's a really powerful song, and it's a song that musically, this is what I found really interesting about this genre of music specifically, which is completely different from just contemporary Christian songs. So all of these songs on this list are at least 10 minutes long. And my experience with long form songs has been more about more in kind of the jam band area, I guess. So to hear songs that's one song at 10 minutes, and it's not, Widespread Panic or Dave Matthews or Fish, it's like, okay, I can live with 10 minutes, it's fine. What I found is that these songs all have passion behind them. They'll have you believe that they believe in what they're singing in, or what they're singing about. I'd heard Holy Water in a different context, like several years ago. Not really in like a church setting or a purely religious context. I honestly can't remember where I heard the song before. When I heard it, doing the research for this list, when I came across that song again, I was like, the beginning sounded familiar. And a lot of times for me, when I go to put together a playlist or I'm trying to find a song, I'll remember the chorus, or I'll remember the song hook, or I'll remember the way the guitar sounded, and I gotta find what song matches the thing that I'm remembering or I'm hearing. So I heard Holy Water, and I was like, and when I got to the chorus, upon finding this version of it and listening, I was like, this is that song. Okay, so it's a great opener for this list. The other thing I love about these songs is they absolutely evoke. You can see the song in your mind as you're listening to it. You can. It's almost like seeing a mini movie in your head, which I think is really good. And I think for what they do, when you're listening to these songs in the context, like you'll find them like I'm listening to these songs before a sermon, so I'll listen to the song. I'm, I'm taking in the song, and then when I hear the sermon, I'm like, oh, that's how it links together. This is what you're talking about. Waymaker was about, for the context of the sermon I was listening to that day, the idea that in this time, it's hard to see where, if you're a believer, it's hard to see where faith is, hard to see where God is. I could almost see in that song, and I don't think that the pastor actually did this, which I thought was kind of an interesting, not the take I would have done. I was very surprised, and I might be wrong, I might be completely misremembering this. I expected to hear about Job. Because that to me has always been the story of calamities are befalling you in your life, and God is working somewhere way in the background, and you don't know it, you don't see it, but once you get through this dark phase, good comes out of it, and you realize that you're not alone. What I've been thinking about lately in putting together this list too is there are a lot of my friends who've suffered loss. There are a lot of my friends who are going through relatives being sick, job crises, all this kind of stuff. And what I have found from putting together this list, I'm actually kind of glad I got asked to do this list. I've been hoping for more suggestions on playlists because it always makes me think. It always makes me delve into something I hadn't been focusing on or really thinking about. And the idea of what faith is and what faith means and what even faith might mean to me is a very interesting idea to go through your mind and try to express it on a musical level is always something that I relish. That's why I look for people to go, hey, especially topics that other people might find controversial or things that people don't want to necessarily express in polite company or whatever. Things that people might find difficult to talk about. I like that idea, that challenge. So I'm always looking for stuff for playlists to do. I think if you're having a rough time, even if you might not be religious, I think a lot of these songs you'll find comfort in. They're all really great songs to listen to. And it'll get you to think. Definitely get you to think. So that's the Praise and Worship playlist. I didn't do a whole lot of commentary on the songs. I'm still re-listening to them. This is a genre that I'm not as familiar with as I might be just general music. But I'm happy to do it. Happy to do other playlists on any other topic. My next topic that I'm going to work on, the next video after this is going to be in the All Times Covers list. I've got the Trent Reznor 9 Inch Nails double album review on the other channel, which has my name on it. So feel free to like, share, subscribe to that if you're into just general music stuff. And I'm working on a playlist that's about the divide in the country. I have to figure out how to tackle it, but it's going to be one of my next projects to work on. So with that being said, that's this episode of Mixtapes and Mistakes, the Praise and Worship edition. We're going to keep doing it as long as we can keep doing it, and as long as people like that I'm doing it. So, feel free to like, share, subscribe this video, and share it around as much as you like. And I will catch you all later.